J Head.
West Coast.
Welcome, sir.
I'm back.
He's back. Yes. First of all, congratulations, Head. I want to tell you to your face because I know I texted you and I told you on the phone, but I'm just super proud of you, dog. I love you, and I just love the moment you're having right now.
It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
And you've this whole time been pushing the same line. You've never swayed in terms of your integrity, and it's you played the very patient game, and I'm just glad to see everyone else recognizing what you've been doing for LA for so long, and obviously this moment with Kendrick and the pop out is
Yeah, it was dope.
Couldn't have been anybody doper out there.
Shout out to PG Lang. Shout out to the Free Lunch Agency.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to the city and the homies too for really showing up and making the event a success. A lot of people had to put things aside and make sacrifices.
For sure.
It was dope.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, obviously you came out swinging, just with everybody and their mom, and I love how Problem ended your set because the crowd it was amazing. What was the process of putting the artists who came out during your set together?
I can't take credit for that. That was PG Lang.
So you didn't pick the artists?
Nah, it was PG Lang. They came to me with, hey, because you got to think, this is they don't do anything that's just loose leaf.
Right.
You've never seen anything just random loose leaf.
No, everything is very on purpose. Yes.
So they came to me and was well, first of all, shout out to Tim Henshaw and the Free Lunch Agency. They were Tim reached out and was hey, Dot wants you to open the show. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
I was yeah, that's how we're going to kick the show off. You're going to be the first thing anyone sees on the show.
That's fire.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What's the play? And they're well, they selected artists. Here are the artists that here's the list that we're thinking of. And we just want you to curate this in a way that makes sense from a DJ's perspective. And I'm okay, bet. And 2 artists were added last minute, which was Zoe, Osama, and RJ. And those were super last minute. But I can't take credit for that. If it was up to me, it would be hella people that was. Vince Staples was gone, Greedo was gone, Joe wasn't there. It was a bunch of people.
Yeah, Joe Moses, I felt was the one that Joe and Greedo, in terms of having records that you'd be wanting to see the crowd
So my plan was, again, if you were watching the stream, or you were there.
I was there, yeah.
But if you were watching the stream, you noticed okay, I'm supposed to go in at 4. And the thing about logistics is we couldn't even fit everybody that they picked, we couldn't even fit within the show. So I had to make executive decisions, and shout out to Perico and Kalen. Perico's his own artist.
Right. But he came out with Kalen.
I had him do Keep Right With It with Kalen, and then I had AZ Chike and Rucci do a song together. It's their biggest song. It's called Light It Up. Right. So I had them do a song together, and I just kind of just made the call, hey, bro, Phoenix Flexing ended up being there. He was at rehearsal, too.
Yeah,
shout out to Shoreline
honestly,
Mafia.
I was thinking that they were going to transition from Geek League to a Shoreline song.
No time.
Yeah.
And so, shout out to OGZ and Phoenix and Rory and their team for being understanding. But it was you got to understand, this is not a concert that's contained in the forum. This is being streamed.
It's a show. It's a production.
It's a full TV show.
Right.
That requires logistics and timing. We had to time our sets out. Mustard had to turn in his list of which songs he was going to play in the mix in between artists, before artists. Mm-hmm. And so at 4:00 when I was supposed to start, we were running behind because for whatever reason, production was running behind. I couldn't even play the records I was going to play as a DJ set before I brought Rimble out. Right.
So you were supposed to hop on and just warm up the crowd as a DJ.
I was going to DJ.
Kind of like what Mustard did.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was going to DJ, but we were half an hour already into the show. Mm-hmm. It's we got to go. So, again, I would like to have everybody on the fucking show.
Lil Veda,
Lil Veda, I wanted to have Lil Veda on. I wanted to have, everyone who knows me knows what I'm on.
For sure.
I would have everybody on the show.
For sure.
Logistically, it just doesn't make sense. We don't have time for that, whatever. So I just made do with what I was given, and I had to sacrifice my DJ set,
right?
And it just is what it is. I wrote a monologue. I wrote a monologue that I was gonna say. Mm-hmm. Then I had after the monologue, I had a DJ set, and then I was gonna bring Rimble out. I just came out, said a little quick something, and brought Rimble out.
And that was Rimble's first performance ever.
Yeah.
Which is, shout out to Rimble. Shout
out to San Pedro.
Kicking it off.
Yeah, it was a big, and you know what? And that was changed in rehearsal as well.
The song he did or him opening?
Him opening. I was gonna have, so again, we're DJs, so you understand. I was putting the set together. So the idea was, hey, there's 3 names on the marquee. It's you, Mustard, Dot. As you're putting the set together, Dot's gonna do a performance. You and Mustard have DJ sets, but live performances of the records. So I'm putting the set together like I'm DJing in the mix.
It felt that way,
and people are coming out as I'm playing the records.
It felt like it was building up to me, like obviously like what and RJ towards the end, because like NOGZ towards the end, it's like it just was it made sense.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't even like, oh, this person's new, or because I was my initial set, and I ain't think I ever said this, but my initial idea, I was gonna have Wally open because he was gonna come out and do a cappella, and like how we did the set,
right?
I was gonna have Wally the Sensei come out and do a 3 flow, and it was gonna be a cappella just to set the tone, and then the beat comes in, and then I was gonna have like a roller coaster, like, okay, we're familiar with this, kind of unfamiliar, and then go back up. Right. Then as we were going through it, it didn't feel right in rehearsal. And shout out to PG Lang, the homies over there, like they just let me make calls, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna change the whole set around. Let me work on it, whatever. And they let me do my thing. What was
how, like you said that Zoe and RJ got added super late? Was that like your call or their call, or
it was just I just got the call like, hey, we want to add RJ. Can you call him? I'm like, yeah. It was 7 a.m. the day of.
Oh shit!
It was just like that. It just honestly just went hella fast. And I think for the most part, I think they did a good job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
For sure, it was great.